Hi, welcome to the market alert for Wednesday, the 14th of October 2015. And just before we get started, we have one or two emails from people saying what settings am I actually using. So I'm just going to go through these so that you can actually see. So in the indicators, the PTP settings, we're showing them. We're also showing the unsuccessful ones as well. The range is between 8 and 25. And intensity 8, and then we have a check mark against both the apply low volume filter and hide PTPs outside of primary trades. So we won't be seeing any PTPs in the pre-market session. In the XXX, this is the same. We've just got to include the A and B aggressive types there, and again a check mark for the apply low volume and hide as well. You can pause the video at this point just to double check. So it doesn't matter about the speed I'm going through these. You can just just pause the video and then have a look. The PTIs are to show, and also major, minor. That's the blue and red lines. And I'm not displaying the unqualified. Show unsuccessful, which will be the black ones, black triangles there. And then 8 and 25. On this occasion, there is no apply low volume filter. And I'm looking at the PTIs in the pre-market session, which you can see there where we've got the greyed background. And then time-wise, that's another issue at the moment. We're not trading the pre-market session, although yesterday the market did move down 70 points, but it was a very, very quiet pre-market session. So unless instructions given otherwise in the market alert, there is no pre-market session trading at the moment. The volatility isn't good enough for the risk-reward ratio there. Just before we leave here, let's have a look at the trade markup. Automatically plot potential trades, markup XXX, etc. Third one marked up as well. Markup both. So this is when we get an opposing signal. So we're already in the market, but let's say we're buying the market, then we get a sell, then the trade will be marked up in the opposite direction as well. We just ebb and flow with the market. 8 and 25 is the global setting, which we've just seen in the PTIs, XXXs and PTPs. 11 for the trade lines and show specific profit line spread, which you get with ETX in the pre-market session is 3 points, but you can change this down to 1 point if you want, but I just leave that as is because it shows up on the chart anyway with the red line there, the ask price. And then finally in the trade times at the moment, 14:30 to 16:30, 18:30 to 2000 hours. And again, the evening session can be fairly quiet at the moment if you've got a big move in the pre-market, which you can see there, and then you can see what happens when it goes quiet there. Also, if you wanted to remove these PTIs outside of the normal session, the quiet session, we just go back to PTIs and you can actually put in hide PTIs outside of primary times, click apply, and you'll see they've disappeared now, and that's what the evening session looked like, which I'm going to come to now. So yesterday we had a PTP. The market moved up over 100 points on this, trading all the way to the minor psychological level there of 17,150 after the market moved lower in the pre-market session. I said we were due for the market to move lower. It did, and then they brought the market back with the PTP, and we also had a PTI along the way as well, but already long from the PTP, the market trading up to the psychological level. Now notice here the market goes through and then drives through with this green buying. Now if the market's going to continue through one of these lines, that's what it is you want to see. Now on this occasion you can see the market then lost its impetus. We've got a red bar there which is an indication of weakness, and then we had a sell and the market comes back down another 50 points. Now what's important here is that we've had 100 points to the upside, we've had 50 points back to the major psychological level here of 17,100. So the question is, why would you want to trade the evening? You've already made the money, taken the money off the table, and if you've managed to do that, then we're likely, one thing, to see the market fairly quiet, and two, that having made that move, there's very unlikely to be any other profits in the evening, and we then see the market returning back there. But during the 6:30 to 8:30, the market is sideways. So again, just as I mentioned on Friday, I sent out an email that the market can be quiet in the evenings at the moment. We've just gone through a phase where they've moved the market higher in the last part of the session, and now, having moved the market in the pre-market session, they tend not to move it in the latter part. So again, just a good tip is, if you've made profits in the first part of the session and bank those profits, there's no point in trading the 2 hours or whatever it is in the evening either, because the markets can get into a bit of a sideways phase. Now, on the other hand, if the market gives you losers in the first part of the session because it's fairly quiet, then it will break in the latter part, which is what we saw with the FOMC. So if you've had winning trades in the first part, it's likely that the market's going to become quiet, not have the momentum or impetus to actually drive the markets once the signal appears, and therefore result in losing trade. So again, just applying a bit of logic to trading there, that's what you should consider doing there. And something that I discovered years ago, that if you've already made profits on the day, there's no point in trying to be greedy and staying in for the latter part of the session there. And the daily chart, we can see the market down yesterday. No selling around actually, which is interesting, because that means the market's free to move back to the upside, which it's doing already on the overnight market. On the news front today, we've got a lot out this morning in the UK, retail sales for the US at lunchtime, but nothing at 3 p.m, so all of the news should be factored into the market beforehand. Notice that the producer price index is called to be lower. The core PPI is also called to be lower, as is retail sales. This is an economy that's heading south thanks to the Chinese, but that's a different situation or different topic for another market alert. So everything really not looking good. You can see that the US economic data not very good at all. And finally, the implied volatility, this up slightly yesterday as the market moved lower, which obviously the implied volatility is the inverse of this, and that's why you're seeing it at 1482. If the market has another update today, then this will drop back, and the more this drops back, the better, because that means when the volatility returns, which is starting to look interesting, the market's certainly more volatile yesterday than it has been of late, particularly in the first part of the trading session, then it looks like we could end up with a good result by the end of October as well. Right, that's it for me for this morning. I will see you in tomorrow's market alert. As ever, thanks for watching, also for your support, and see you in the next one.